football brings us together. I believe in the power that peace can bring. Now we must all work together to bring about football for peace. Let us unite. Football for peace.
Oh, so you know, cause we're different, it don't mean we can't unite. For the game, do it right. Whether you win or lose, no matter your type or your kind, we can make it a better place. So play the game, share the love, let them know say we get what we want.
Unity, love and peace on the field. One ball, one love, one goal. Even if the team different, but the aim in the game that is same. Let peace play a role.
Make we raise with glass and toast for the gift of life. Connect to the power, bring peace alive. The only race, not the human race. Running to the finish is a victory. Anytime we align. Go!
One game.
Global citizens, one people, one nation. The goal is peace, we are all goalkeepers. Defend the fight we bring, the globe needs us.
We only get one shot, take up for the team. Peace is the trophy, we going for the win.
So ready, make you sign up, set for the lineup.
Go for the ref, blow the first whistle till it's time up.
One game.
One goal, let's all unite.
One game, one people.
If you check them, you go see, say, we're better together.
Yes, indeed, we are better together. Welcome to another edition of the Checkpoint Show. Welcome to another edition of the Checkpoint Show. And inside today's show, we get a lot for discuss as we get Maggie Barrie, where we call Maggie Barrie, where happen for be one party athletes where go represent Sierra Leone na the Tokyo 2020 Olympics Games, which we also get here where now we analyst. Well, inside the show today, a lot of things they will talk about as we go look at the Sierra Leone team to the Olympics as they prepare in less than a month. Everybody go there in Tokyo for the games, or in weeks times, couple of weeks. The Sierra Leone Cricket Association though end 2 days training with sport journalists them. Augustine Williams make in debut for LA Galaxy. We will look into that, as also other Salon players them don't start for prepare for them pre-season matches or pre-season preparation ahead of the new European season. Weightlifters and powerlifters them also be show resilience as them begin to exhibit their strength inside the preparation for the Strongest Man Championship within Ustna Salon. All this we will talk about today. Bolea, welcome here. Yeah, welcome to the show.
Welcome. Good evening. Good evening to the listeners there.
I hope my mic not the echo today.
I know you know the echo today. The mic
we get Maggie Barrie. Where at any time we go introduce them. A day between the studio. And they try for connect and join we. Yeah, first of all, before we go to Maggie Barrie, let me take this news we get for do with the Strongest Man Championship. Well, last week we talk about them where they prepare for the exhibition, and the exhibition will happen, and we see lots of things they will be happen with preparation and all, and we see say the exhibition be come out fine, and a lot of people been turned out for be part of them, and that's what it be look like.
Yeah, I just have follow up there. Wow.
That's not the woman category, this is not the man there. Yeah, and also the exhibition for the Strongest Man Championship be look like last weekend, and we find out say a lot of people be participate because most of them actually they within the weightlifting and powerlifting association, not salon, and athletes they will do well in their own sports, and probably some people then they were not there within the association, but themselves also can visit and get strength, they can come for exhibit their talent for go into the competition proper. This not just one of the trials then where they organize for sake of this competition.
Very interesting. The last time we talk about the program, say people who want show them talent. You will not say you get strength. You say for go prove, you never knew because na exhibition. You can be the best among the people that then they choose. But I like the way how the preparation to go the exhibition really nice and interesting because we see man then they show themselves and the woman themselves not the left hand give them. Then say they try their own side. Really nice. Then they try and let them keep it up. Then we talk to the one the way then at the corner where they no kites. Now exhibition you still get time for go show yourself.
Yeah, like you mentioned, you see women themselves participate and it be so competitive. You see the battle liner that are the biggest issue with. Then they just say go,
Sure.
And some of them with them, you get 50 kg, when they do for 30 meters and all. You get a lot of other event them and the previous competition that will be 100 million leones, the winners that we get. So probably this time we will see an increase in the prize money and and maybe more people will come on board here.
Sure, then go come because say some of them program there people not can get the news quick. So now that make as we did at the media we talk to people and if you get somebody who say INSEF now a weight lifter, you can call them on board, let himself can show because this is fine because now all na sport, na sports and it good for the one that wouldn't they lift weight,
right.
Because this not get no sentiment.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Yeah, we welcome we special guest for the show today. We na Margaret Barrie. Margaret Vanessa Barrie. Am I correct? But yes. We can call her Maggie Barrie. Just like out there, people can say Maggie. Now, so they can call me self instead of Magdalene. All right, Maggie. We talk you on the show. Quick while I introduce Margaret. Now the one part the athletes that we for represent Sierra Leone inside this year Olympic Games where they go host na Tokyo, Japan. Margaret Barrie or Maggie Barrie na athletes where they represent Sierra Leone in several competitions, including the World Championship na London and Qatar. And same way so it don't represent Sierra Leone inside the African Champs. Maggie Barrie now the athletes where they win gold medal for Sierra Leone in recent times inside IAAF competition 2019 where they host na Brazil. Well, with the up na a 400-meter champ, but it run 200 and 100 as well. So inside the show today we talk about in journey to Rio. Tokyo. I want to take you back to 4 years. Honestly, I go there with you for 20 minutes that the show, so they talk to him quick. He gets for train later on. So, Margaret, first of all, for the first time, you go to the Olympics for Sierra Leone. How you feel about this?
I'm very excited. It's a great journey. First of all, I didn't hear Creole. I didn't speak Creole so I'm just speaking English.
Just mix it for us.
Okay. Okay. Yes, but I'm very excited. I'm glad you represent my country and my people, and it's an amazing experience. I tell God thank you.
Okay, so now let me talk about your journey to the games itself. How prepared are you ahead of the, this Waala Olympics? Because so much controversies around that with the COVID and all.
There's been a lot of challenges, but I've been training my whole life for this competition. I've been running since I was 8 years old, and so I'm ready and prepared. There's been a lot of obstacles with COVID, a lot of obstacles with some issues, which I'm not going to speak about today, but I'm just thankful and blessed I get to represent my country.
Okay, now let me look at the training itself at this particular period, because you are athletes, you don't use for training a very normal situation with regards this preparation now, training and COVID and all. Una be done for like a year without any training due to the lockdown at the US. So how we don't cope with that?
It was like you said, it was a difficult year with the lockdown, but we just got back into it. As soon as things started opening up, we got back to the track, we got back to the weight room. We had to wear masks, we had to get our vaccines, and so we had to do all those preparations. But it's been going well since the pandemic. It's been going well. We've been training hard, and I think it's going to be good for the Olympics.
Okay. You get for take part in the Olympic or compete for the first time, but it will be in a sub event for you, because for you 400 meters now your main event. This time now a sub event you can go competing when at 100 meters. Is this shocking to you, or you well prepared for face this? Because it kind of look difficult, although yes, we don't see for if you look at the history of Bolt and others, they come from the 400 meters range and they can make a big mark within the sprints when at the fastest event when 100 meters. So is this okay, or you get another feeling about this? Or
I just want to say that I'm excited for Olympics. I'm ready to run. There were some complications, but I don't want to speak about them before the Olympics. So I just want to be ready for what I'm have to do. But I'm the national record holder in the 100, the 200, and the 400 meters. So I am physically prepared to race in all of those events. I did run the 400 all year. That's what I trained for. But, you know, sometimes God has other plans. So that's all I can say.
okay, so yeah, you know, I will talk about certain issues, but like one or two issues there where we go like for like clear with regards qualification. Is this your qualified event, or the 400? Is it late organizing or late um registration?
I can't talk about that. I can't. I wish I could, but the NOC can answer that. But I just can't talk about it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not Maggie Barrie. Continue for stay with you. We go come to you back now the show. Well, as they talk about the NOC, well, the chef de mission we don't confirm, and one of the biggest sport WhatsApp group they say the reason why Maggie they run 100 na that because Sierra Leone late for register for 400 meters. That's now waiting the chef be say, and so they begin for squeezing at least for let we just compete for let we get athletes for the 100 meter as always, according to them. We they continue with the show. Yeah, what you get for say about this? As you know, one person we don't follow sport. This athlete don't win gold medals and gold medal in 400. They don't they do very well in the event. You know, couple of events then they were don't finish fourth position, third position, and in one of the athletes that were they within the IAF ranking range for Salon as one of the best in Africa.
Yeah, Maggie, you know, we just get for and the courage and the support because as a young athlete, because they train hard, but just that this the COVID, I believe say it affect them small through in training because for where that marks they train, you know, say very difficult, you know, but they lock down all this stuff. But all they say, I wish and the best because I believe say. Maggie, we sister, really prepared and he rep on the preparation. I don't rep on that, and I wish her all the best, Maggie. Keep it up.
Yeah. I know I'll let you see Maggie the one if you send a meal.
No. Yeah.
Okay. Now we they look now at you level of concentration because you get for left soon for good training. You level of concentration in terms of you force appearance in the games itself and the surrounding you get from meet with new people. I understand the new coach instead of you coach with the training. So how this they play up with you?
I've traveled to many competitions alone, and so I'm prepared for this. I know what to do as an athlete myself. I can go through my workouts and my trainings pretty much by myself. And so I think as far as the environment, I'm prepared and I'm ready. I'll be fine.
All right, so let me take you back to previous competitions that we don't represent. We how you be done they go and waiting out some of the time then where you get you go make we follow as them know you time you current record and all you personal best.
Yes, and so my personal best is 51.35. That's my personal best of 400. That's currently ranked top 6 in Africa right now. It's currently ranked top 50 in the world, or it might be lower this week. And so I'm a pretty good 400-meter runner, and I was getting ready to lower that time this year, but the African Championships got canceled. But everything's in God's plan, and so I think that moving on in the future, I'll run faster times. But right now, that's where I am ranked in the world.
So aside the athletics event there where you can take part in, you also now are athletes where don't they do some good work for your company athletes them. You last visit to Sierra Leone, you you be do some donations where be happen for the spikes and all. That now you philanthropic aspect. Waiting prompt you for do that.
I just think it's important to give back to my country. My parents are both from Sierra Leone. I'm from Sierra Leone. This is my home country. I don't want to just be an athlete that just runs for myself. I think it's important to help uplift the youth. And so that one day when I'm gone, the athletes will have the ambition and the motivation to run track and field. And so I just want to give them the supplies and backpacks and more supplies so they have the motivation and to run like I do and represent this country, because we can have good need in the person.
Okay. All right. Stay with me. Before you left, we go come to you back now the show. But let I come to this is very much important. We see a lot of athletes them can come on board, especially the one way based abroad, because they can look at their company the way they struggle to forget equipment and all and decide for help them out in their own way as well.
Yeah, I think Maggie did guy because for go give in a salon waiting you get that a good thing because most of the athletes then na Sierra Leone as we last say then they strain, you know, so then where they are at least then don't exposed to the competitions then they know what it takes. Happy for them for which they do so, and I pray other athletes then wait and do oversee ourselves themselves will continue the good thing where Maggie self they do for helping company athletes them. Then they way the overseer because you know way they are you get advantage. You know way the oversee you get advantage in the sporting activities because of the facilities and all the timing or every stuff. You know you get chance. You know Maggie, and I pray that it will go do well for we.
Okay, stay with me now the show. We still get Maggie Barrie where we go talk to hopefully before I go for training because in coach they wait for her. But anyways, let me take story we get for do with cricket. The Sierra Leone Cricket Association been do and 2 days training for sport journalists there for train them on sport reporting. Well, inside this particular training, you get journalists that will come from all across the country for make sure say themselves be part of them. This now been very much important training here as we be done the talk. You even get some fans then where I can post cricket news and they ask me if we get cricket national team, I can ever explain and say yes. But we see now the association take this drive for encourage sport journalists them, you know, for because a lot of people they think say people more concentrate on football and for let the other sport then get an edge, you need the journalists themselves for get used to the terminologies, the jargons and all for be comfortable enough for report them sport there.
Yeah, that's a good one. You know, the last time we guessed Pessima, if I could remember good. I think Pessima. Yes, you know, even promised when I say it could take cricket to another level. At least I think it don't begin now. This is a good one for let them get journalists and wait and they report to people. for the update people, and so that people will know exactly how cricket the operate in our country, because you know, saying as sport now, many of we not used to them, you know, we not get time for cricket now. Mostly football, only 95%, 99% of Sierra Leoneans they all now football on my focus on. But if then they report, they don't get journalists and all over the country. At least I think people then go used to that, and then go get more cricket players and back as time goes on.
Okay, now we listen to waiting the chairman for the cricket board been get for say about the training, Francis Trevor Samora.
And the position we hold in the Cricket Association.
I am Francis Trevor Samora, former Chief Executive Officer and currently the Chairman, Board of Directors, Sierra Leone Cricket Association.
Today be the first day for the training of sport journalists to report on cricket. What does it mean for the association?
It means a lot because we are aiming at ensuring that most of our sport reporters follow cricket, report on cricket, both locally and internationally, so that our fans will be engaged. We'll have more people following cricket, we'll have more people knowing exactly what is happening in the Sierra Leone Cricket Association, the activities we are undertaking, how are they being undertaken. So this is what is mean for the Sierra Leone Cricket Association and also for the SWASAL, the Sports Writers Association Sierra Leone. Will have the capacity to not only reporting on one or two sports, but will have the capacity to be writing or reporting on many sports, including cricket.
So listeners want to know if this is the very first time seeing journalists being trained and to know about cricket.
No, this is not the first time. We have been training journalists, but it has taken a long time. We've not been engaging the journalists on sports reporting. So.
All right, that's now Francis Trevor Samora, we're now the chairman for cricket. This other reports now Samora Junior, the president for sports writers.
So, can you give us a background of this training?
Well, this is the first ever training for sports journalists in Sierra Leone, organized by the Cricket Association in collaboration with the Sports Writers Association. And for us, as an association, we are pleased to work with the Cricket Association in organizing such a training because, you know, it is high time we have a sport journalist, you know, more especially when cricket is trying to expand in the game, not only in Freetown, but beyond Freetown. You know, we've now seen cricket games played now in Bo, you know, and other parts of the country. So it is both good for us to start with the training of sports journalists, let them know the language, let them know how to report cricket, and then we can start seeing the cricket stories online, as well as the newspaper, the television, and the radio.
So these 3 days, as you just mentioned, which impact do you think this will cause in the entire country, given that you have other journalists cut across the country?
Well, it's a massive impact. That is why the participants in the course, you know, they cut across from the regional SWASAL bodies, that is from the north, the south, the eastern region, including the western area as well as the west.
All right, that's the voice of Sam Morris Jr., the president for the Sports Writers Association. Yeah, quick while what's you make up of the two interviews that we are play from the president and the chairman for cricket?
Yeah, just like like I said, the first word I see, yeah, is by having the journalists, a good thing because you sell the sport. You know, you make people and then know about the sport. Then, because the more you report the sport, the more people and they come in. Because people we don't know about them, but as then the arena, so they say become like how the president say, but they don't get them journalists and so then go get more fans, and at the same time then go get more cricket players in the country, and that's a good one for them. And I pray for them, then go continue the good work.
All right. that's not the thing will happen within the Cricket Association as they be done train, a couple of journalists, them young sports reporters, them for able for report cricket accurately in the various media institutions where they represent. This now the Checkpoint show, and me and here they with you now the show this evening as well and morning in Australia, and we they bring you lots of sports reporting information inside. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. Make sure you share and comment, follow, and like this page, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel. This na the Checkpoint show where they reach you from a Facebook page, where na Max Tribune Media platform, and on YouTube at Max Tribune Media platform. We they continue with the show, but we not get Maggie Barrie get out of the studio as it don't go for training, but he hopefully promise we say. It go make her up in we subsequent program them, even if it is inside the Olympic Village. Quick one, like I said, yeah, posting they run 400 meters, but they register for 100. Although we don't see records of 400-meter athletes them, we can transform for the fastest athletes them in the world as well.
Yeah, I believe Maggie already tell me say, if you prepare.
Yeah, go ahead.
I say Maggie already tell we say it prepare very well because in a 400 meter runner, but now they take this challenge for do the 100 meters. I believe say you know exactly what it takes for run that kind fast day, and I believe say he go prove them because he ready and he determined because it's all about training. Athletes or whatever sport, it's all about training, how you prepared, and I believe say they prepare well, and I wish you all the best.
Yeah, so what do you make up of this? Sierra Leone always late for register, Sierra Leone always late for going to competition, and it can tell on with the last time in Nigeria we win 7 medals, but we athletes they're late for arrival and already meet some events them don't happen already, then just go and continue with the event the way they meet.
This now the sickness and the way they salon, you know. We know they take things and serious until that minute, then we begin prepare. Now that make it the final say most of the competitions then before then say we start competition they already knock we out because if you know prepare early, then you not able for compete. This not the problem. Sierra Leone, the sports, I don't know whether it's the minister or whosoever is concerned, they are not preparing these athletes very early, and they know say then because the competition not just become automatic, and at the way then they announce to them, given the date, the schedule, everything, but then go sit until that minute, which is not good for the country because if you go send Maggie, you know one talk some of the thing and the way you ask them. You know want to come because you know say and I secret because if you talk and you know go good for the one the way than the day before. That makes you say I don't want to talk about that now because you want to go deep and you don't want to go that side. You see, but you know good for we sporting disciplines. You know we need for the prepare. You see, we need for the prepare very early if we want to compete with countries and the world.
Yeah, we get another way like in most cases we athletes them can miss out for qualify proper for the Olympics, and while we then can go and call a wild card that now like where you know get athletes will meet the qualifying standard itself. For example, if they say 100 meter qualifying standard for woman na 10.95, maybe we all athletes will get the run around 11 or 12. So because of them not get the 10.95, they go as wild card athletes. So in most time, now that way that we can qualify, and now that can make most time we they come up from the preliminaries. And in 2016, we see a different approach where after to Kamara we go represent we in actually na a sprinter 100 meter sprint they do instead based in America, and him be the first athlete for a very long time we move from from the heat to the preliminary stage, where because athletes they were not can get qualifying standard and therefore go through it, then go on it one, it two, then go to the preliminary for qualify proper for come meet the professional athletes then. So that's been spark up a lot of concern. People have be for aware. A lot of people be watch the event and be happy for that. Even some people be fit to send a medal we don't win. They know me no send the each event he won for come to the prelim. So when he come to the prelim, he be get for run with the Dutch fastest at that time. And he not be able to make up within the top 5 at the end of the day because he be carry on with some top European athletes then at the prelim, and he be get for finish I think 7th or so. So at the end of the day, we not be able to forget waiting we want from AFSA to even though it be qualified, but isn't our athletes where don't they get issues with organizing business in salon. The last time they complained bit around social media, it don't withdraw in order for take part this year. But reasons there for that, because as an athlete also you get for improve in your timing if you want to go into such competitions. Yeah,
as you say, the athlete need for improve, but if look at the other way back, these athletes they know they go represent themselves. Now a country then they go represent. That's why now a country then they go represent, and now the country get for put them on their toes. He prepare them very well, but they not go wait when the time don't reach, then push them say, "Una can't go on." They not go count good results. With the need for prepare them early. I believe say now the reason that they make that lady they not be happy. Because it is say the preparation all time and get problem with preparation. And like I say, then they are not to see where they call automatic. Then you don't give them calendar date long since. Wherein then they late for prepare the athletes, which is bad. For go disgrace the athlete and then wait and they, because some of them they are not disgrace to a country. When I just go even the preliminary round and then they make them safe an accident. Which of course we get better athletes than as Sierra Leone. We get them. We get people and we able to run. But the training, we lack training. And how this training they go on, training need preparation. Therefore, put the athletes then together and prepare them and know who is the fastest and choose the fastest. But if they're not prepared for then train for a long time, you know exactly how many minutes each of them athletes and they run. And then you could just, at the end of the day, you just choose whosoever say available, which is bad. We need for prepare we athletes them before time. If we want for take part in them event then day.
All right. So well, this year for a very long time now, be only athletics be the go. They can send one man, one woman under this wild card. So for a very long time, in 2016 also the dimension change or the dynamics change. We see for the first time swimming being get qualified athletes them. We going been to Abidjalo and Usman Kamara, then go to the Olympics. It been be a good outing for them. In fact, that Olympic been good because we get a lot of what we achieve now personal best for both sport them. We swimmers and we get for swim and improve them personal best, whilst the athletes themselves Ishmael Dudu Kamara also, and also that of Afsa too. But in this Olympics, we see also swimming are the first sport we qualify. So at times not only the sport in name or how big it is, it's how prepare, like you say, the one the way they be in the sport day. Swimming, we person they think about. Now the first sport we qualify. And you also get judo. And this not the first time where judo they make them to the Olympics. Although we understand say other sports in discipline, then they wait for wild card also like wrestling and others that they wait because they're not able up till now. Imagine Ghana don't get them first batch inside Tokyo. They did it now. Teams like Kenya already they inside Tokyo, then first batch of athletes then. Other countries they don't begin arrive. Up to now, Salon we don't know the list of we athletes there where they go. So some of these things where we they talk about, like they talk about preparation and preparedness of the athletes their mind, all come to that. Like I mentioned a few months back, we go Nigeria in rush. Even though we go in rush, we win 7 medals. How about if we don't go like 1 week or 2 weeks ahead? Where the athletes for don't rest their mind, prepare themselves, train at the ground well, that means that we for do best, but because of rush, we miss events and all that therefore do back to sponsorship from government or that of the Ministry of Sport, because when the sport they are ready for travel, they write for money for the delegation, but for that money they come out now. Now we even they get information say the preparation for the Olympic for Salon all depend on when they go release the funds for let the team make the trip.
Yeah, this not the issue. Now interest self they not get on them sport in discipline they. Even the football way nine popular in the country, we can see how they treat them. Much more now than sporting disciplines they are. You know, the people and the one the way than they before the sporting disciplines, as I said in the last program, when they make you a minister, you know a minister of sport. And when they make you a minister of sport, not to just when they say sport, not to only football we get in the country. This Olympics now other big competition for we nation, you know, for let them go fly we green, white, and blue, we green, white, and blue rather. But then they late for prepare. Okay, now this athlete then they train. Now then they see, because then have the social media, then they see the Kenya, the other countries, then the athletes and the first batch they all long go. Now then say they go steady now, then they train fine. Why is we don't even know them fit, whether they go for gold, then go for council, and because now so then can normally do. Or something that in minute, then say una can go. They make use yourself way na the athlete way they train either week. You know they get a kind of zeal where they go for a competition. We know say this now world competition, a big competition where they can go, you know, we go before time. They give more zeal. But for late go that late hour, you know they give zeal. You know, even the training itself, you know, the effective. As right now, then they read the news there about this money issues. If then they read, then they actually then they area about this money, I say, even the money where them forgive them, they're not even prepare that date. Their mind, you know, sport is about the mentality. Every sport way they do, you mind is very, very much important. Because if you mind not get and put together, say, and focus, I'm telling you, no matter how good, you know, the prove them. Now the mind first. And right now,
Eunice Valencia Sanko, they say early preparation brings good results. Yes, that's not fact, because you already don't prepare and relax. That's why we see we always admire the white people, we admire the Europeans, we admire other people, because 2 years, 3 years ago they don't begin prepare for this event, even though it not take place last year due to COVID, but they prepare. While we still they try for put things together. So this Olympic for don't take place last year, but then they suspend and due to the COVID. Where we don't forget issue with preparation against self. Everything for don't day in place at this time. That's now one of the issues that we have start to raise now in social media posts. Get for do it the Salon wahala in terms of representing. You want to represent your country, but you they get issue with preparation. When are we biggest problem? Even with Leone Stars, we see the event the way it happen. Look at the Guinea border issue, not for the first time. Other issues then they will happen with national teams then. So I think say people already around sport get for look into this and see how best then go able for make things happen without to not get issue with preparation and all. Thank you, Alpha Umar Jallo, Eunice, and Emmanuel for sticking with us, and to you, Janet. Janet, where they follow all the way from Italy, and all the one where they watch the show. Thanks for following. This now the Max Trabi Media platform and the #1 sports channel na Salon. So keep following us and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Yeah, let we move away from the Olympics now and take football. This we brought a making debut yesterday for LA Galaxy where now Augustine Williams. Augustine Williams actually played the game against Benin as one of the strikers in the match. But if we don't there for a long now, LA Galaxy yesterday finally he make in debut. But what do you think about this development as now we don't qualify to the Nations Cup? We then look for players that way they get playing time instead of player we go just cause me I didn't that team they bought the bench.
This is not good news, and I will see Usain himself post. Now Augustine be really excited about his debut, even though in the second half then carry it if I get it right.
Yeah, it comes in the 71 minutes of play, and good. been get for replace Zubac when one of the goal scorers in the match. They win 3-1 actually against FC Dallas on Wednesday evening.
Sure, Augustine, know what they mean for making debut against a very good side, nine club. When a young club now, it get a big competition ahead and himself one, one let them left and behind for go Cameroon. And all the players and every Sierra Leonean player where they abroad or where they home, nobody no one miss this tournament. And the only way we not go miss the tournament unless you get a playing time like club. Not when you go sit on a bench or you play outside or not they see you, then you go miss out. No matter how people them go talk for you, we want for the see because now the world is about seeing now. Social media, everything there now we see most of the games then. You see, so I believe say Augustine, this one go motivate them more, and I pray that it will get a good time now in new club.
Yeah, because LA Galaxy now one of the biggest club in the US, and we see the likes of players like Beckham and others. We don't pass through that club. Then when they talk about the LA Galaxy, then get this kind of big attention now the US media as well. So for Siam getting debut, that will make you be excited. And for we as Sierra Leonean, we happy because we think say this now a good step forward for make it get playing time, like we mentioned, because playing time very much important, and you get plenty players there now when they come, some players that are PV, the PV, and they play this league or look with picture. Yeah, but we want to see visible example. We want to see you play. We want to see you wear the vest. We want to see you come inside and not just come and play because you want to let them call you now the Nations Cup squad. So congratulations to Augustine for in debut match against FC Dallas. They win 3-1 and come inside the 71 minutes of play. And he began for playing, though he not score goal, but he creates some chances and makes some good passes and also get some shots. And away from that, we get other players that they prepare for the preseason proper. Augustus Cagbo, where they Italy, now one of them, where they play for Crotone.
Yeah, I see Crotone, then Calibra, yes. And another good sign self don't cancel because the team we don't just so not a small team na Italia, the Crotone where they na Calibra na a good side. So I pray that you go get a playing time. If you get a playing time there, I'm telling you, he will deliver for Salon. I wish I know the best.
He spent in time last season on loan, and it all returned back, and hopefully he won't forget or fight for in space this time around for stay back and let himself get enough playing time because everybody now want every Sierra Leonean player where they are abroad, whatever Ligalena Division 3 league they play, want for they part of the Nations Cup squad.
Yeah, now that's it. No player, no one left out. Now the competition and the way nobody no one left out. Even the kids man self no go one left out. Much more now you where they play. For they among that squad they for go Cameroon, say it boost you career because because then tournament and the way they go there are so many scouts all over the world. Big club scouts then they wait and they watch. So say as you go under your career. As you prove and they, say you don't bright. Now that make the final say players and the girls they come. All man one go because Africa now we big competition and then Africa wherein everybody want play.
Yeah, the post way they see now to your left also that Idrissa Kanu where himself they play professional football in England and now one part of the player they play for Peterborough FC. Instead, they'll start pre-season training as they prepare for the season proper. Well, it be getting first call to the national team, although now one of the players the way they be strike with the COVID issue in Guinea, will be making able for be part of the squad for getting debut, but it be actually the part of the team where go Guinea for play against Benin. Idris Kanu.
That's a good one for himself. And I this one for the C. And I didn't say one for the A. Because as you mentioned just now, we don't dey get issues with overseas players, and then we just count with player, now name number we go see, now face number we go see. We not even know how they play. Then we just tell we say this player na so say they, and na so the club say we then go call us na they play. We know they see nothing about them, but now thank God now we dey see them, and now we say we able to do a selection just like the other countries. And like for instance, Italy are where they so when Italy are call and squad. We they follow up the Sierra A, we know exactly say them player they are already call and the player they we fit for play for national side. Same thing like Sierra Leone. So if Augustus and the other players and we see them, then they perform that then league week in, week out, we then call them, we not get nothing for argue about because we they see them and we know say then they deliver.
All right, we get for the cow with so you players them abroad, we call them to you and tell you update about waiting they go on now in career as now we all get for pick the Leo starting.
And now we get for pick the team. You know, go call this time we're not going for go. Let go call player away. This we're not supposed to play. We're not see them.
I trust John Kista, Mohamed Kalon, and everybody, all the technical staff. Them, I trust them. Say they go do a very good job. Well, one of the players away now, Kwame. I don't want to picture sick, but hopefully don't again health back. We want for wish a speedy recovery. Kwame now one of the players, them African players, where they do well in the Iceland League, and you know. In quality in that league, they're very good, and we also they see how they exhibiting talent for winning the national team. So Kwame, we wish you speedy recovery, and we hope say you will get well soon for continue your preparation for the Nations Cup journey. And so we home base players that we know say difficult now, but John Kista being don't get. I understand say don't call some home base players them you know for start training because league not they play now. So the only way where we can able to get some players into the Nations Cup or for meet up before the next league they start, as we don't get rumor of league dates where they don't release, but not just rumor, you know, official 8 way for start in September for the Premier League. But it's good that the players them John don't bring them together, the best of home based players them for ensure so that they train to themselves for prepare for the tournament ahead, because we see difference, we see quality in the home-based players the way they use against Benin. The likes of Malian and all way now be shocked to some people for see that kind of performance for somebody where they play at home. So it's good that the coach don't decide say, well, since league they play, they are bring the players them together. Yeah.
That's a good one, good news. I think Kista, I believe say he won't get a formidable side. And that make it prepare very early. This one good. When league they play, instead not for sit down and watch them players and sit down. So now a good that he don't call them on training. And as he don't call them on training, me only advice here is as then they train, let them they play some friendly around. You know, we get other clubs and even at the clubs and nearby we country, Guinea or Liberia, we get clubs and not to the national side, but clubs and the way good. So by then, because when player they train and they play game, you they see more of the player because some player they can prove an training, but when they say game, they can get enough. So now, then for the arrange, then small match they will start in clubs and at the Guinea or Liberia, the country they wouldn't near with, and they, I believe they not go cost we much. For later we go play there and see exactly the player and way they prepare. That's
okay, all right. Well. We move on with the show, and we want to make you as a sports fan help we expand this page so we will get more followers. But anyway, I want to say thank you to all because we don't reach, we don't pass 20K now the page followers, and we get up to 1,000,037 you know, 1.37 million viewers now or follow or reach now the page. So thank you for that, and we want for say continue for stay with we. Well, we can move to the Euros where now the talk of the weekend. But before that, the Copa America here, we see Brazil go play their long time rivals when Argentina. For a lot of people, the Copa America not get that kind of tension like before. We see people don't even predict the outcome of the finals or the outcome of the semis before the matches, because they find out say Brazil and Argentina dominate throughout in the competition as the other teams are not able to live up to expectations.
Yeah, then dominate, but this last game we Argentina play, I've been happen I've been fortunate for watch them, even though I've been morning here, early in the morning, as you say, they struggle. You know, been easy. Then with I think Colombia or what so, yes, where they handled with the penalty. You know, now then goalkeeper where former now goalkeeper Martinez. What a good goalkeeper. I wonder every day what I see that goalkeeper that say, waiting happen with Arsenal. Waiting they do them. Player who una don't men if as from the youth. They don't mature, I don't win for an FA Cup. When I get playing time, when I say no, look at the player. Very, very good goalkeeper. Get the height, get the fitness. I think then save Argentina on that particular semi-final. But this one, I tight one because Argentina and Brazil, not to skin, they know themselves, and both teams get quality players. You know, and I find a way hard for predict. You know, because both of the two teams they get great and matured players. Then, you know.
Yeah, but somebody they tell me say the Brazil in not the Brazil again because you know for their players like Fred and others they make the first 11 and other players and they when they say Brazil they actually call them team they scared and the same way so although Argentina themselves also they try for build a new squad. A lot of difference they happen now in South America as well.
Yeah, now these people and enough for the I don't know how to say it. Like now football is not about big name. It's not. It's about who that proving itself.
That's the point.
It's not about big name. Say past Brazil get the players the way Sabi. That means say no. You take example to other clubs where then they do well. Now they not get big name, but then they play. So forget about the Fred way they see. So now a very good player. We all see how he handled the league with United. You know. And I be a starting player and I a good player. So you don't get for cry and down say na any funny player. And a good player and he don't play well na the competition.
Okay, yeah. Well, Emmanuel, they say today the first time. Thanks for joining us for the first time, Emmanuel. Well, this show we don't change in time, but we still defend with Mitch. But I think so we'll stick with this time. We're gonna stick with this time, and we're gonna be 7 a.m. in Australia, Sydney, Melbourne time, and I think it will be
11 Europe.
In Europe, and it will be 9 o'clock now, Salon. In America, it will be like I think 6 or 5 in the evening. So now this time we're going to stick to for they do the show. And quick one now to the match of the weekend, the big one, the Euros finals. Yeah.
Yes.
England, they face the Azuris, the Three Lions. And the Three Lions for the first time into the Euro finals, while the Azuri now one time Euro holders, they don't win at one time. So this game will be a match of the Titans.
Sure. You know, say nowadays football is not about record. The record has already been set, but now as you go because we don't see so many times people they break records. Say this club or this team, no one they beat this team here. But at the end of the day, when they go and meet in the competition, you say this is the first time this way this team here don't beat this team. So it's all about the preparation. It's all about it's all about the mindset, how prepared the team then be. But now a tight one because both teams are good teams. If you check, if I can go through exactly, England, the Three Lions, they start slowly. You know, they start the competition slowly, where many people they get doubts in them. But as soon as they reach the quarterfinals, we see that their way of playing change. You know, we begin to see some skills and some tactics inside the squad. Then begin play fine. Then for the Azzurri, where the Italian team, then start very well. Since the competition start, then they play very well. But as soon as they reach the quarterfinals, as for me, I see that the tempo begin less, especially when the fullback Spinazzola can get injury. Since Spinazzola get injury, I don't see much of the Italian team. You know, like how they started. That's what I just want to analyze here. The way they started the team playing Australia. When I say Australia, Switzerland, Austria. All this team, even Belgium, when they play Belgium, we see how speed and how durable the squad been there. But when they play this Spain, you know, then we get too much problem, you know, even though the Italian side be fortunate for win the match. But for me, as an Italian fan, because I support them from day one, and I want them to let them win the trophy, but I'm scared a bit because the way they play the last game with Spain, and you know, I'm not convinced. Then compared to the way England played in last two games or make up the final, I see that England have more power. You know, then get more zeal for going to this final than the Italians, because the Italians, as I said, since Spinazzola gets the injury, then count Emerson. Emerson, if I now say the counter in first game, you know, even end the game, then change them back. That is to say they not get a replacement for that player. Then that player, they play na the team just like Luke Shaw, like how Shaw they play for the England team. If I now say Shaw they play the left back, but it support the attackers, you know. And I hand the league for Manchester and at the same playing style he comes back. Yeah, same tempo now he come back na the national side. So you see, with all the critics, everybody they doubt, many people they doubt him, but you see the guy, and one of the strong bone then the England squad. So now final, you know, final it hard for predict.
Yeah, that's
for
the
me,
fact.
yes, because final, the way people they play final and the way that they play other games, like different thing. All man get in tactics, you know, for play final. Some man they go say, I they go defend till the game done. Some man they attack. Some they go say, I they go attack for win because this one I not get replay, all this stuff. So I don't know the style way the Azuri get for can't wait or the Three Lions. But for me, as I say, the Three Lions, you know, then go get hedge over the Italians.
Yeah, so England fans then say England fans we say it's coming home or it's staying home. Why is the Azul that they say it's going home?
It's going home, right? This is what they say.
Okay.
Yes.
Very much interesting. Well, I like the atmosphere. That's solid. Now we not seen at the Copa America. That's excitement. It lost na the Copa America. Now that's the try for
because of the time factor, and then play without no fans. You know, no fans now we there na the stadium, empty stadium them play with. We are in this the Europe championship play with some fans, even though not to full capacity. So you see, and the time where then they play and at the end in the Europe or Africa, all man they sleep. Not for all man they get time.
Yeah, no. But quick one. What do you think about this England squad with the development where Southgate take? A lot of these boys come from under 17, if you call them between the under 17 World Cup or so, they accommodate, then go to the under 19, under 20. So with this development now, we see a big difference. A lot of people don't tag this team as one of the best team over the decades where England don't produce. With regards, not like individual stars, they're like before you get the individual stars, them individual brilliance players, the way you go mention the Beckham, the Lampard, the Giroud, you know, their name, then the Carragers, you know, Nevilles, but they're not be able to get a compact team. As compared to this, we get set of boys where Southgate puts together and they come from a particular level. We see the difference where they don't make, and it's like they want to dominate Europe now.
Sure.
Even though
and now football is about now football na the youths then they play. If you watch the squad of the England, even Italy will go final. So the young players then dominate the squad. At first, the names the way they mention, then the way then they play, then we don't go, you know, some age, you know, some 26, 28, 29, 30, you know, that they've been plenty. But now we see them look Foden and the Rice, all these players, they are all young players. So
Kevin Phillips.
Yeah, Kelvin Phillips, Rice, all these players, they are young players. And Keane, when at the captain, you see and say, yes, now big man, but he get replacement. He get players and the Rashford, or they get strikers them, they get enough young stars and where them who can step on for push this team. Really, a good team where Southgate don't prepare. A good team where get for serve England for a long time. You know, a good one.
All right, well, we dey round up the show now. I want to say thank you to the one that all will follow we and watch and continue for share the page and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Well, quick one before we go. You always know Mohamed Bouya Toure now the latest philanthropist now the country. He don't do another pledge again, and this time if he want for donate about 22,500,000 leones, when about $2,194 to the Real Salon Children's Foundation. And this now one thing we Bouya done they do, and we make a lot of people don't gain attention for him. A lot of people they look at him say, in one of the stars them, the celebrities or the players them, where they try for do good for ensure say people they're able for benefit from waiting inself they get. Yeah, a lot of argument that other player might want for do it, but they know maybe they not get a club where they pay them that much as waiting where they get from China. But it takes the act for do that. It takes the act.
For do goodness, mean say pass you get you for become rich before you do good. What Bouya they do, you not get that much like the other African players and way you go measure like the Sadio Mane, all these players, but not the art. If somebody don't get art with this small money where they receive and give back to in country, I believe say that person if he get much they do more. This I believe say Bouya just want try for set some example, and other players then as they say someday we want do the same thing, but they not get the upper hand, and we pray that then say we'll get a better club. We are in then say we're able for help the needy, the people, and the one that we need more help from them, because we see the Nigeria, the Senegal, most of them stars them with the city, then they can go back to their country, and to give back to society is very very nice. If we want to let the country grow, not to only government, but we self way they obaya. When God bless we with a little bit something that will give back to society, by that the country will grow. Bouya, I pray that God will continue for bless you so that you will do more for the children of Mama Salo.
All right, well, we can say goodbye now and join you next weekend again for another show. We'll try to expand. A lot of people want to be part of this. Some business people they want to do special show. What we go try to do that. As they see, you can contact me for any advertisements you want to do now the show with we, or if you want for promote your business. And somebody they asked important question. Yes, I'm Ali. We as Sierra Leoneans and we do this show every Friday evening at Salon and around 9 o'clock. And you can join we and be part of it for know more about Sierra Leone sports, athletes them around the world and waiting they go on inside sports business in Salon. And same way, so you ask for a forum, then follow we page now Max Trabi Media platform. Now one forum we go able to get more information about we, and then you can PV we message, then we can get on to you and tell you how you will be part of we WhatsApp group, because we don't have to take everybody. We don't add some people and they will go misbehave in the group. We delete them back. Once somebody go add himself in the group, we begin advertise to different. They say message to all man PV. He said they made them get.
If you want money.
Okay, thank you, UNICEF, for always stay with we, Alpha Umar, Emmanuel B, Alisa Anko, and all the one them we follow we inside the show. I'll be there with Ia Amadou all the way from Italy, Milan. And quick one, the swimmer they will be going to Italy, don't return, and then they can prepare now for left with the squad for go to the Tokyo Olympic Games. So then they fit are now very much prepared as they're ready. They don't go get 2 weeks of intensive training in a very good pool, a very good atmosphere and environment. So we hope say we go see a good result from swimming in the Olympic Games will go take place in a couple of weeks now, Tokyo, Japan. Thank you, Iya Amadou, and to all we followers and viewers them. Me now Magdalene follow we page Max Trabi Media platform on Facebook, or you join we group when at the same name Max Trabi Media platform, or you subscribe to the YouTube channel for more information on sports. On also na Max Trabi Media platform on YouTube, and on Instagram na official Magdalene Max Tribune. You will get we on all them platform there. Until then, stay blessed and have a wonderful weekend until we join you next week again.